How's it going, listeners? Welcome back to CuboldCast. This is our 4th episode in our Halloween series, and today we're going to be talking about the newly released horror game, Scorn.
Yeah.
Which is
horror, don't know.
creepy.
It's like, yes.
I mean, it's technically horror.
yes.
That's what they say.
There wasn't any jump scares.
No.
Their
which I'm
description
okay
was
with.
slightly misleading.
What is it?
Their description is slightly misleading.
Yeah.
They called it non-linear.
They
and
called
then-
it that?
Yeah. But it's definitely linear.
It's
I mean,
linear.
you have to backtrack, but I mean,
Yeah.
that counts as linear.
There are large set pieces that you kind of go throughout, but
We'll get into that later on.
yeah.
Yeah.
That is, yeah.
Modern
So,
Warfare 2.
yeah, which you've played. I didn't play, neither did Jay.
Yeah.
No, I didn't.
Keenan and I both beat it yesterday.
How long was it?
It was about 7 hours.
Wow. When did you start it?
The day before. I think I played a bunch of it on stream, about half of it, and then I beat half of it last night. I liked it.
Yeah.
I mean, we could talk about it more when we get into the Modern Warfare 2 podcast or whatever,
Yeah.
but
I don't know if I'm going to play the story because I haven't played the first one.
to be honest, you don't necessarily need to play the first one to play this one. Like, it's intertwined, but not to the point of it's necessary for the story to progress, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like, I was raging at it.
Oh, there were a couple missions that they added in there that you have to get materials and craft stuff,
Yeah.
and you don't have a weapon. So you have to like find the materials and craft like a sharp weapon, and then you only get one kill with it, and then you have to go and find more materials and craft another weapon. They did a couple weird things in it that I wasn't a huge fan of.
Yeah. Well, I haven't really seen too much about it, or I haven't watched anything about it, but what's the general, like, what do people think about it? Because, like, that's a high bar to live up to if it's going, you know, 'cause,
people
the
like
old one-
it. People like it. The ending was pretty sick though. Like as in the ending cutscenes.
No.
The last mission was pretty decent, but the ending cutscenes like definitely paved the way for the next game. Whenever they do that.
I might try to play it. I don't know. It's going to be hard because we have to play the quarry next.
Mm-hmm. That's why I wanted to get it done before the quarry.
Well, I would have finished Scorn earlier, but a couple days ago, my computer wasn't working. It turned out to be a corrupted hard drive that affected the whole computer.
Did you ever get that fixed?
No, it's still sitting there. I have to figure out what to do with it. I might just buy a new one because I only had games on it.
Oh, yeah.
So, like, I'll just might get a new one and reinstall them.
I wonder if whoever you bought it from has some warranty, that if it fails, they'll send you another one.
Yeah, maybe. It was only
Possibly.
750 gig though, so I might just get a 2 terabyte.
Oh, yeah.
Because I want more storage anyway.
Yeah, I got a 2 terabyte SSD. It's pretty nice.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Modern Warfare 2 comes out the 28th. I wanted to beat the campaign before the 28th.
28th? Oh no. When's that?
The next Friday, I think it is. Today is the 22nd.
I
so.
am definitely going to try to beat the quarry before then.
Yeah, because I wanted to beat the campaign because I usually play the campaign first.
Mm-hmm.
And since it came out early, I'm like, I want to get it done before the game releases. So, which I'm looking forward to. Spicy noodles.
Yeah.
We ordered a box of spicy noodles.
I got to get some.
I would do it soon though, because it's not Prime.
Oh.
I mean, unless you buy the little packs, but
Oh, you bought the big pack.
I bought the big box.
No,
yeah.
I don't know if I'm going to get the big box, but
Well, we got the big box and we're gonna split it. So we each got 10.
yeah.
But yeah, if you want spice noodles,
Boldak.
Boldak. I was gonna say Balduke.
Did you get the ultra spicy?
No. The Boldak spicy noodles are insanely good.
Do they have a milder version of the regular ones? Because I always do like half a thing anyway.
I think they have other flavors. They have like cheese. They have
Cheese?
Ew.
I know it sounds kind of
Ew.
nasty.
I just do
have-
half a pack because there's so much sodium.
They
Yeah,
have
that
like
too.
teriyaki. They have a bunch of other stuff too.
Yeah.
You gotta check them out. But
Teriyaki sounds pretty good.
I'm not 100% sure the other ones are.
I think half of the sauce is perfect though, because
Oh,
it's
yeah,
a good
half
amount of
of it.
spicy and it's also less sodium.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I usually combine it with some meat too, so there's some
Yeah.
protein in there.
Yeah.
Even what is it? One pack is like over 1,000 milligrams of sodium or something.
I think it's about 1,200
It's crazy.
for a pack, and then if you do half the pack, it's obviously 600,
It's
which
like
is
fast-
not terrible, but
It's like fast food. Like you get a few things from like McDonald's or like even Chick-fil-A, and then you look and it's like you already used up all your daily sodium.
Mhm.
Or,
Yeah.
like past that point.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
I don't like a lot of salt and stuff. Like some people put salt in everything, like Ben, right, Ben?
It's not
And
that
ranch.
much.
And ranch.
It is, Ben.
You put a lot of
You
salt.
dump that salt in
Mom
there.
bought you a giant salt shaker for Christmas.
Well, that
'cause
was
he likes it so
Susie,
much.
wasn't it?
Oh, was it Susie? Someone did.
Ben,
He got that Himalayan salt shaker.
he also uses ranch on stuff like randomly. He was using ranch on something super weird the other day.
Oh, what was
Do you
it?
remember
Ben?
that, Ben? It wasn't.
No, you don't
pizza,
remember?
Pizza and ranch is fine, but
He's
it was
like, I eat ranch with everything. I don't know what you're talking about.
it was something really strange.
Yeah, I remember you mentioning that. I
Yeah.
forget what it was, though.
It was on his it was on his plate. Maybe mashed potatoes.
No,
No.
that would be really weird.
I don't know.
Mixing it with mashed potatoes. No, that would be sour cream with mashed potatoes.
Yeah.
That's something different. But oh yeah, GFO cans.
Finally.
G Fuel cans. Finally.
Did you say
I got one.
GFO?
GFO
Got one
cans.
too.
What is GFO?
Well, yeah, the G Fuel cans are now. I mean, they were stocked at Walmart, but
Well,
every
not
single
our-
time.
Whoa,
No.
they were?
Yeah, they were. I got that Tetris one. When did where did we go? I went with you and I sat in the front or something.
Target?
No,
Or
it
what do
was
you
a
mean?
trip.
Oh.
A trip?
Was it Virginia trip?
No, it was like last year. Was it for
What, when we went to-
Vermont again?
Maybe it was Vermont.
Because
Hmm.
I got that at the Walmart.
Hmm.
At our Walmart in
It could have been before
In
our camping
town.
trip.
camping trip. That's what it was.
This
trip.
camping trip?
Yeah.
Oh.
They had it restocked, but every single time I went there was like one or two left.
Yeah.
But I went yesterday and there was like 15, 20 of each flavor.
Yeah.
And I'm actually super happy because G Fuel cans are very expensive. You
Yeah.
can buy them online.
Finally. I mean, I've been waiting for that for a while. We've been waiting for it to kind of become mainstream.
I'm waiting for it to go to Cumberland. I don't know when that's
Yeah.
going to show up, but
They're pretty good at adding new stuff like that.
they are.
Or at least our Cumberland.
Yeah, G Fuel cans are great.
You know, did you see that? I think something happened with Bang drinks. Like I think they filed for like bankruptcy or something.
Have you
What?
seen the CEO of Bang? He's
Yeah.
really weird.
Yeah, I heard he's kind of
Filed for bankruptcy?
Bang Energy's parent company files for bankruptcy.
Huh.
Um,
I didn't even know they had a parent company.
Yeah, the CEO of G Fuel. He's this old
G
guy.
Fuel?
Not G. Was it G
Bang?
Fuel? Oh, Bang. Yeah. He's this old guy, and he wears these chains.
what?
It's really weird.
Says firm will keep operating with new distributors, so it's not going to go away. It's just something happened.
I wonder if the stock's going to drop down for a bit while they're in between.
Yeah. I don't know, but
Yeah, if you ever, I don't know where everyone's listening from, but go to your local Walmart and see if they have G Fuel in the G Fuel cans in the actual.
these are definitely a different type of like energy drink. Like Bang and Rain and Celsius, those are all similar, but G Fuel is different. It's like the taste is more. I don't know. I associate those other drinks with like working out, but this one I'll associate with like gaming.
Yeah, I mean G
more of a
Fuel, Game
casual.
Fuel.
Yeah.
I mean, technically, it's not Game Fuel because that's a Mountain Dew thing.
Yeah.
But
just like the flavor in general.
yeah,
Like it doesn't seem like I would.
it's different.
If they had a non-carbonated option, I'd probably buy it all the time.
They have a non-carbonated
I mean, that would just
Bang
be G
now.
Fuel.
Oh, do they really?
Yeah, I think Jaden got it a couple weeks ago.
Does he
Remember,
like
he
it?
sent a picture of it in the chat, and it was like G Fuel, or it was like Bang something. I forgot what the name of it was, but it's non-carbonated.
I
remember
I'll have to try that.
I'm not 100% sure how it is though, but
PlayStation DualSense Edge controller.
yeah, the new DualSense controller. Apparently, it's like kind of like Scuff. It's fully customizable,
Oh.
made by PlayStation. Looks pretty cool. I mean, Ben, you can pull it up on screen if you want, but
Edge controller.
DualSense Edge controller. Yeah.
So are they allowing you to customize it on their site?
I'm not 100% sure. I don't really know too much about it, but I know it is $200 though.
What does it have? Paddles?
Oh,
It has everything: customizable buttons, customizable sticks, customizable plates on the side.
adjustable triggers, stick
Pretty much
sensitivity,
everything you can take off and customize at your
vibration intensity.
I mean, it looks pretty sick,
It
but
does.
I don't see the point in it.
But what are the rear buttons? Is that are those any good?
I'm not sure. I don't know. You might be able to put paddles on.
Oh, that's a cool little box it comes in. If you scroll to the next section, Ben. Oh no, sorry. That little carrying
Compatible
case
with the
down there.
DualSense. Oh, that's,
that's
pretty
cool.
sick.
I
Yeah,
like that.
Are those extra caps?
I think so. Yeah.
What's that
Maybe-
little adapter there?
Lock, unlock? I don't know.
Huh.
Maybe that's a thing to take off the plates. Maybe a
connector
tool?
housing.
I
Is
don't
that what
know.
it is?
I don't know. Looks cool though.
Yeah, the controller
Nice
looks pretty sick.
presentation.
US braided cable, 2 standard caps, 2 high dome caps, 2 low dome caps.
That's something I was always curious about. I didn't know why Xbox or PlayStation. Well, Xbox did, but PlayStation never offered a SCUF competitor.
I mean,
Like,
this
because
is
they can, yeah. So I wonder if there'll always be a need for SCUF because they have like brand partnerships, they have influencer partnerships.
What is it? They have I don't know if it's this controller, but PlayStation is coming out with the God of War controller.
Oh,
It looks super cool. It has like all like this very mythological like Norse like print on it.
huh.
It looks pretty sick.
Can you pull that up, Ben? I'm curious about that. The God of War controller.
God of War DualSense controller. It
Is
actually
that also
it actually
$200?
looks really cool.
Is it out?
I don't know if it's out. No, it's not. But
Oh, that is cool.
like it just looks very very cool.
Yeah, I like the blue and white combo.
It's cute.
9/11 2022. Wait, it's out? Wait, what?
Been out.
Pre-order.
Oh,
No, it says pre-order, but it said that's weird.
Huh.
Yeah, it looks pretty cool.
What is that gray controller, Ben?
Camo?
Oh.
I
Yeah,
always
I
thought
have
the
the,
purple one looked cool.
The purple one
purple
is
is-
pretty sick.
I have the black one.
I don't have a need to get a new one,
That's
so
one Jaden would get.
The
no,
pink.
Jaden told me he's gonna get a PlayStation controller and he's gonna get the God of War one.
Wow, so he's not gonna get
So-
a bootleg, off-brand.
Mm-mm. I think he's finally learning his mistakes.
Yeah,
He always has issues with his controller.
Exactly.
yeah.
He complains that it doesn't connect properly.
I mean, we know that the DualSense controllers work perfectly with Bluetooth over the Steam Deck. So, like, if you have a dock,
Yeah,
plug it
yes.
into the TV, DualSense controllers work perfectly with it. So,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, PS5 controllers are nice.
they really are.
Hmm.
I like how they're not calling them PS5 controllers. They're calling them DualSense.
Well, there was DualShock 3, DualShock 4,
Yeah.
and then they went DualSense because it's a totally different vibration system inside it.
Mm-hmm.
Because DualSense was their specific patented vibration system, I think.
Uh-huh.
And then they patented DualSense for this. So I think obviously the next one, PS6, is going to be DualSense 2, DualSense 3, and then if they maybe find a better name for it. But I think it's going to be DualSense for a while.
It is weird going back to a regular controller after playing Steam Deck for so long.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
It feels thicker than the Steam Deck, and also
It feels very
closer
small,
together.
even
Yeah.
though the PS5 controller is pretty chonky.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it's very interesting.
Speaking of PlayStation, Uncharted 4 has released on Steam.
I want to play it, but
What reviews is it getting?
it's very positive.
I mean, it's Uncharted 4. It's been a staple.
I was wondering if it would get overwhelmingly like the other PlayStation
Oh.
ones.
But it's
maybe.
the first PlayStation exclusive game that released on Steam that wasn't open world, which is different.
Yeah.
Because all the other ones, God of War, Horizon Zero Dawn, Days Gone, 40, 50, 60 hours you could put into it. Those games, Uncharted 4, you probably play it once, maybe
I think it's like 10
15,
yeah, or
15
yeah,
hours maybe.
That's still a lot
max.
for a single player game.
It
I don't know, maybe
is.
it's because we've been playing some shorter games, but it seems like
Mhm.
a lot for a linear single player game.
Yeah, but it's definitely same with Sackboy, which is also releasing soon. I think it's about 10 hours to beat it, which doesn't seem that long. With like Ben and I have been playing Fallout 4.
Yeah.
It took us. We just beat the story and we have like over 30 hours each in it. So it's like, but we haven't been focusing on it.
Yeah.
We've been playing on the Steam Deck. So like seeing a game that like 5-10 hours. Obviously, we've been playing new ones. It's just very different.
I've been considering playing that, getting it for the Steam Deck.
Fallout 4.
Yeah,
It's worth it.
That's a game that I played like 25 hours on PC like a long time ago, and I've tried to get into it multiple times. Like I would boot it up, but every time I would play for like 15 minutes, and then I'd shut it off, or the game would crash or something, and I wouldn't bother to turn it back on.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what it was, but it just doesn't feel as good on PC.
Do you play it on the Steam Deck now?
Well, I have played it on Steam Deck, and it's way better. I would much rather play it on Steam Deck.
It actually is kind of addicting.
Might have to
So
get
be
into that.
warned.
Yeah. Well, I gotta beat the quarry first, so yeah.
There are also older Fallout games too, which apparently
Fallout New Vegas.
Fallout 3 is free on Epic right now, which is really fun. I played that years ago.
I've heard a lot about New Vegas.
That's considered the best one, actually. I started that on Steam Deck too, and it's also very fun.
I started that on PC. I couldn't get into it, but maybe if I try it on Steam Deck once I'm done with 4.
Yeah, I finished that little platformer game, the Last Campfire.
You finished it?
Yeah, a couple days ago.
Nice.
But that's another thing. Like that game, first of all, I probably wouldn't have ever played it on the computer or my computer. And then second thing is, if I played it, I probably would have never finished it. So like that's another game that I finished on Steam Deck that I probably would have never even finished on if I played it on a computer.
I wonder if Outer Wilds would be fun on there.
I that's installed on my Steam Deck, and it says it's in the section of like great to play on Steam Deck.
Oh,
So I think it would be. It's definitely a very cute little. Wow, it's actually.
well, you can't
pretty deep,
you can't always follow the unsupported or the non-supported titles.
Yeah, I don't, but I
'Cause
did notice it.
Was it Resident Evil 7? That was unsupported.
Yeah.
And it worked amazingly. Fallout 4, I think is it unsupported or is it in the playable
I think
section,
it's
Ben?
partially supported because it has the launcher at the start,
Oh, yeah, it's not verified. Yeah.
but it works
But
perfectly.
It works perfectly. So I don't entirely agree with, or not agree with, but like don't follow those usually.
Yeah, like Arkham Asylum. It's not supported, but you have to install Proton on there, and then it works perfectly. But we'll talk about the Steam Deck in detail in a couple weeks once we're done with the Halloween stuff.
Yeah, we're going to do a full podcast on it.
I'll have to get some more games under my belt on it.
I've tested more things than I've actually played, but I've beaten a few games on there.
Yeah.
And it's just a really great device. Like, I'd rather play on my Steam Deck than on my desktop. So
Well,
a lot of
it's
times.
one of those things that you could just kind of pull out and just lay on your bed, throw some earbuds in, and just play something.
Yeah.
Because
It's
like I work on
super
my
nice.
computer all day, so sometimes I don't feel like sitting there at the same place and playing a game.
Yeah.
I like to move around, like go sit on the
I
couch.
actually installed Black Ops 3 on it, my Steam Deck.
Oh, have you tried it?
No, I haven't, but
It's big, but
yeah.
is that what you got put on the SD card?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I installed Shadow of War because I watched the Lord of the Rings show, which is actually pretty decent. I liked it. But I was in like that Lord of the Rings mood. And there was 107 gigabytes for that game.
Wow, that's crazy.
Well, Black Ops 3 is also over 100 gigabytes, I'm pretty sure, without mods.
Yeah, I kind of want to play zombies on it.
I mean, I have to probably uninstall some stuff, but I'll install it if you want.
Yeah.
But yeah, Gotham Knights.
It's getting mixed
reviews.
Oh boy.
I was reading the reviews, right? And some of them were like, "Oh, it was decent." But they're like, a lot of people are saying the Batman universe without Batman just doesn't really fit
Yeah.
that well, I guess.
Yeah. This game is rough. The movements are contextual and stiff.
I watched some gameplay of it, and the exploring movements, the combat movements are cool,
Huh.
but the exploring is like it looks janky.
Is it open world?
Yeah,
Huh.
it is.
I'm seeing a lot of like under 10-hour reviews here. Oh, there's
Well,
20.
the story is like 10, 15.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure. Which, I mean, is decent, but I saw the review. I told you yesterday. They said this makes Arkham Origins look like a masterpiece.
Ooh.
I'm like, oh, man.
Dang.
That must be bad. But I don't know. I
Wow.
feel like it's one of those games where I might get it when it goes on sale under like $20. But
Huh.
I wouldn't pay full price for it.
Yeah, I think I was interested in it, and then I saw the gameplay, and I was kind of like, I don't know about this.
Mm-hmm.
There's something about it that looked kind of weird.
People say that it's very grindy, and it feels like an MMO type of grind,
Yeah.
but there's no MMO aspects to it.
But is it large? Like, is it in depth? Like, are there... It almost seems
I
like...
think so. I mean, you're fighting Ra's al Ghul,
Oh, okay.
because
Oh,
technically in the very beginning cutscene, Ra's al Ghul kills Batman.
Dang.
And so, I mean, it's not really a spoiler. That's like
Yeah.
literally what happens in the very beginning, which for some reason the Arkham games like to do that.
What?
Like, what is it in Arkham Knight?
Well, don't spoil it. I'm gonna play those games.
Oh, you are?
I am
Yeah.
too.
Oh, well, I mean, okay, whatever.
Is this set in the same universe as those games?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
It's just different voice actor and stuff for Batman.
But who made this one? The same people?
No, the people who made the Arkham games are doing the Kill the Justice League game. And
Okay.
let me see.
That one looks good.
Yeah, I actually am looking forward to that one. Who made Gotham Knights? WB Games.
Warner
Huh.
Brothers.
Same people who did
That's got
Mad Max. Same people who did Shadow of Mordor,
Yeah.
Shadow of War.
Wow.
Those people.
They've done pretty good games so
yeah, I
far.
was gonna say.
Well, yeah, but the thing is, it's hard to please the Batman community after the Arkham games.
Hmm.
You know?
Yeah, it was kind of a high bar.
Yeah, exactly. Like it, very, very, very hard to do. So I didn't expect it to do insanely well. I mean, I was looking forward to it, but
Well, yeah, I saw the gameplay and I wasn't super interested in it either. Like the older Arkham games looked better than this with the gameplay at least.
they should have made it rated M and made it a little bit gorier. Then I would have liked it a little bit better. Because the thing is, with Red Hood, he has guns,
oh.
but he has rubber bullets.
What?
It's rubber
what?
bullets. They're not actual like real guns. They're rubber bullet weapons.
Well, that's why Arkham Knight was M, right? Because Red Hood was killing people.
Yeah, partially. But also there was some gruesome themes in it too. Like there was the butcher, the pig guy.
Huh.
He had like dead bodies everywhere.
Huh.
Stuff like that.
That's
There was
pretty
some pretty gruesome stuff in Arkham Knight, which Arkham Knight is definitely worth playing. Right,
Yeah.
Ben?
Mm-hmm.
How many times have you beat it?
3.
3 times.
Whoa.
It's good. It's a good game.
Why did you play it 3 times?
I liked it.
Oh.
It's fun.
I don't want to hear it, Ben.
I love the stealth like that. I don't know.
You don't know?
Well, I mean, it's the newest. It's like the most polished Batman game you could probably play.
Is that the one with the white and the black?
White in the
Like the
no, that's Origins. No, that one is the one that people dislike.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. That's the first one I played. I don't know why I got it. I might have got it with Humble Bundle or something years ago, but I never got into it. It ran terribly on my hardware.
Huh.
And I had pretty good hardware at the time. And it just wasn't that great. Like the story didn't interest me very much. The combat was pretty similar, but there was something lacking that I wasn't really sure what it was.
And mainly it was the voice acting, and it just not the same people. It
Yeah.
doesn't fit very well. Like if you go off of playing Arkham Asylum, City, and Night, and then you go to Origins, and you're like, oh, this doesn't feel right. But my theory, what is it? What is the word? The best game in the series, Ben, is still Arkham City.
Story-wise, yeah.
It's like, it's super good.
Yeah, once we're done with the Halloween stuff, I'll probably play through Asylum, which I already started. I got through the first like mission or whatever you call that.
Asylum is very linear. So
That's fine. I don't mind linear games.
exactly. And then City is open. Because it's a city.
Village.
Yeah,
Resident Evil
DLC.
Village.
But we'll probably do that next month.
Yeah, I gotta wait on that. So many things are happening on the 28th. Sackboy.
Well,
Modern
Sackboy's
Warfare.
coming out the 27th, so
Oh, okay.
technically the day before.
I'll probably wait to get that one.
I'm gonna wait too.
Yeah.
I saw Sackboy was like 40 something on G2A. I was like, huh. I might wait till it goes down even farther.
Yeah, but you remember sometimes after the game comes out, it goes back up on G2A? Like, I don't know what it is, but some people get pre-order keys really cheap.
You did for something, and then I
Dying
had to buy
Light
it.
2.
Yeah. Or I didn't buy it actually. But
No, it was me and Jaden. He paid $60 for the base. I paid $45 for the deluxe.
Wow.
So, boohoo for him.
What's going on, listeners? We hope you're enjoying the podcast so far, and we want to quickly feature the sponsor for today's episode. This podcast is sponsored by Aura. Aura is an identity theft service and fraud protection for your finances, personal info, and family. It's easy to understand and simple to set up, and it's all in one place. Not many people know this, but every 14 seconds, someone becomes a victim of identity theft, and it has cost the US over $56 billion in 2020 alone. Well, with Aura, it gives you a secure password manager, identity theft protection, a VPN, antivirus, and more, all in one place. If you use our sponsored link in the description of this video and in this podcast episode description, you will get a free 2-week trial for Aura to test out the services. And if you decide you don't like it, there's no charge to you. Okay, well, back to the episode. All right. Okay, yeah, that's our intro talk, I guess. We should probably get into Scorn because after we get past the gameplay stuff, there's a lot of theories and
Yeah. I mean, the first section of it's going to be very short because there's not a lot to talk about when it comes to just like the gameplay itself.
well, we have some gripes and stuff, but
Yeah.
the main meat of it is going to be the
Theories
and
and how everything works. But
yeah.
I think we were all pretty mixed on the gameplay.
Yeah. You know what's-
They had combat that was pretty lackluster.
I feel like the combat was only thrown in to kind of add more to the game. It wasn't like a precedent, I guess.
yeah,
It wasn't.
I didn't like the combat.
It wasn't like something that they were focused on. It was kind of just there.
But
Mhm.
just to give a brief overview, Scorn is basically wow, this is going to be hard. Well,
A fleshy mess.
if you can imagine, it's set in this like alien world that's
It looks a lot like Mars.
but everything is flesh, bones, everything's made of flesh.
Everything is
and
organic and
Yeah.
natural and bodily, I
Yeah.
guess.
it's a quote unquote horror puzzle game, right? Puzzle?
Yeah.
A horror puzzle game. And that's basically all you know. And you don't get much more than that, even finishing the game.
Mm-hmm.
So
I mean, just go look at the launch trailer for. We're not going to pull it up here, but just go look at the launch trailer for Scorn, and it'll basically tell you everything that the game is.
yeah.
It'll just show you pretty much everything.
Everything past that point is theoretical
Mm-hmm.
and up to interpretation.
Yep.
When was the Kickstarter for this game started?
2013?
So it's like
I think.
it was more than 7 years. I saw someone say 7 years.
Did they show a trailer for the Kickstarter like early on?
I don't know.
They might have. 2014. 2014 was when the Kickstarter first showed up.
This is a Kickstarter game.
And people actually got an early build back in 2018.
Wow.
And people were comparing it to the build now, and it looks a lot better.
Yeah.
Hmm.
It was a
Obviously-
good looking game.
Obviously, that was like 4 years ago, but still. That's
Yeah.
why people were disappointed.
Why?
Was because the game was first shown off in 2014, and a lot of people were excited for it,
yeah.
and it looked very interesting, and people were hoping that it was going to be long, but the game is only about 5 hours of content.
Yeah.
It's very linear, but it's about 5 hours. So, like, how many years? 8 years for a 5-hour game?
That's a lot.
And
I don't know.
$40.
Yeah, it's very. I don't know. That's why people weren't a huge fan of it.
No, it's like an art project turned into a video game. That's literally all it is, mainly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they tried to add puzzle aspects to it. And
Well, the puzzle aspects I did like.
see, the problem with the puzzles for me was that they were very simplistic. They were not difficult at all.
No.
I didn't have a single difficulty. Problem is, I spent most of the game running around
Yeah.
trying to find like the one lever I needed to hit. So I would run around for 25 minutes because areas look so similar, and I'd get lost. And then I'd finally find it, and I hit the lever, and nothing really changed. There weren't any like big occurrences in the game.
Yeah.
Good thing you didn't play Death Stranding.
Yeah. I would not be able to get through that.
Oh, I wouldn't either.
One thing I'll say is that although, yes, me and Jay both stayed up late last night playing it to finish it for today, I was still getting irritated with the game early this week when I was playing it, and you were there. You remember that. So, and I agree. The puzzles, I actually enjoyed most of the puzzles, but so many of them they give you this big set piece, and there's different, floors and stuff like that. You'd have to run back and forth across that same area for probably 30 minutes to an hour until you move to the next section. Like, it wasn't that one puzzle will get you to the next point. It was like one puzzle is encapsulated into this one area, and you have to run around.
You see something, you don't know what it is, and then you explore the area for another 20 minutes, then you find something, and then you're like, oh, that's what that is. So you go back to that area, do that puzzle, and then you saw something over on the other side when you found that thing. You didn't know what it was.
Yeah.
When you completed this puzzle, that thing opens up, and it's like boom, boom, boom,
It just
boom,
got
constant.
annoying because you were in one area for an hour, and you're like, I don't want to see the same area again. I want to leave. Like,
Yeah. And it's weird because like you go into an area and it's almost overwhelming the amount of stuff you see. But then when you finally figure out the puzzle, it's nowhere near the amount of difficulty that it looked like on the surface.
Yeah, it is
like,
kind of
like the very
overwhelming at
first one, the very first puzzle. you
Huge
see
room.
All these machines. There's this giant room in the center that you like switch the rail cards around. And I ended up like once I figured out what to do, like there was that one puzzle where you grab like the
That one took
egg
me a little bit.
or whatever. That was actually kind of fun. I actually kind of enjoyed that.
Yeah.
But then after that, like the whole part went so quickly. I figured it out very fast, and it just seemed like it would be a lot more advanced than it was.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed the maze puzzle.
Maze.
one?
The
Oh,
mazes.
when you had to like rip that thing apart.
No,
the
there were these
creature?
4
Maze?
mazes, and you had to like move the.
Yeah, that was
glowing
you had
dot.
to like you had to
Oh,
like
yeah.
you had to like rip the alien apart so you
Yeah.
can get to that section.
Well, the ripping the alien apart was kind of that. I have the same issue with all the other puzzles. Is like you run around the same area for that one took me
Yeah.
like 2 hours.
Yeah,
it was
same.
a little bit long.
You
yeah.
surpassed me on that part too.
Yeah.
Like I was about 15 minutes ahead of you,
Mhm.
and I got stuck on that part, and then you somehow figured it out.
And I couldn't even explain it to him very well because
Mhm.
the puzzles are so big. I'm like, just maybe go to this direction. You might find it.
You
like,
asked me yesterday, you're like, what do I do here? And I'm like, I don't know. The whole game looks the same.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
You never know.
but I did
but-
like the maze thing.
I wish there were more puzzles like that. I would have
Yeah.
enjoyed those puzzles a lot more.
But then it's weird because you have those huge set piece ones, and then you have like the little tiny ones. Like remember that one puzzle where you put the thing in the door and then it goes and the things spin. Like that was so easy. Like that's I wouldn't even consider that a
yeah.
puzzle.
You just had to time it right.
Yeah,
It wasn't a puzzle.
Those are like in Lego Star Wars when you open a door or
Yeah.
something.
Mm-hmm.
it's like that wasn't even a puzzle.
I
at
kind
that
of
point.
wish they did a game like Scorn, but made it as difficult as The Witness.
Oh,
That'd be interesting.
That would be really cool. I would be
Huh.
down. No combat, just a straight up puzzle game with all that.
I think my issue is that I didn't, even though I have my issues with the puzzles, I actually liked just the idea of having it be a puzzle game.
Mm-hmm.
The combat I didn't care for at all.
I loved the creative aspects of the weapons though, how they were biological almost.
Mm-hmm.
Like you'd rip it off of that handle, whatever that was, and this like parasite would bind
Yeah.
to it. And then when you reloaded it, it was like this organic seed like ammo that you would put in. That was really cool.
The animations are top notch.
Oh, yeah.
like, no doubt.
I think that's the main thing they worked on, though.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
very artistic.
Yeah.
To me, the whole game kind of seemed like a tech demo that they stretched way too long.
Yeah, it did seem like a tech demo actually.
Because like if it was just the animations and a few puzzles and stuff, I would have liked it a lot more.
I think I think if it was only puzzles, I would liked it a lot more. Or if they enhanced the combat, added more enemy types, and like really fleshed out the combat system, I think it could have been really good. Because
I don't like how they gave the jackhammer weapon.
oh, that thing sucked.
I don't like how they gave it stamina.
yeah,
Yeah.
what was that?
I don't know why they did that. Like
It was
you
just
should be able, you
artificial
should be able to
difficulty.
just poke until they're dead
The-
instead of like poke,
Yeah.
run around them for like 30
Yeah.
seconds,
Run
and
around the
then poke.
aimbot
Yeah,
for 30 seconds.
Yeah, you could not. You just had to take damage. At
Pretty
that point.
much, yeah.
That really screwed me over in the end. That like the whole damage and health mechanic. I had to replay the final boss fight 3 times.
I
Oh.
didn't
It
have
was
trouble with the
unavoidable.
boss fight. I know you did.
No, I didn't have trouble with. Okay, so the first phase or whatever, Like I used all my ammo on him and I couldn't kill him.
Wait, did you do that boss correctly then?
I did.
The only time you're supposed to shoot is when he's reloading.
Yeah.
I didn't have much ammo to begin with though.
They give you a full thing of ammo.
Yeah,
in
and
that
I ended up
section.
using it somewhere. I forget why.
What?
I don't
You're
know.
locked in that
It's
area.
the only enemy there.
I don't know. Maybe I was messing around or something, but I
Huh.
didn't have much ammo to start.
Well,
I didn't realize there would
mean,
be a boss fight.
What is
Yeah.
it? Basically, what you had to do was just go around the cage.
That's what
Just
I did.
keep moving left, like baiting him
Yeah.
to use all his ammo when he gets down. I mean, it's kind of spoilers, but
That's not
whatever.
the part I'm talking about, though. I'm talking about there's a part where you have to damage yourself afterwards,
Oh, that was after the boss fight.
Yeah.
Yes.
That part was dumb.
but the checkpoint is before the boss fight.
The checkpoints are a big issue in the game.
Yeah.
So that I came out of the boss fight with one health bar the first time.
Oh, it
And
takes
I
a
had-
health bar
Yeah,
off.
I had no healing whatsoever. So I had to go to the next area and it damages me and I died. So I had to replay the boss fight.
I didn't like that part.
And then I came out of it with 2 health bars. I did the first one just fine, but then I had to do the second thing that damages you and I had to replay it a third time. So it was really bad design there.
Mhm.
Yeah.
They should have given you another health thing right after that.
They don't
They
give you enough
should've.
health. They don't give you enough ammo. They prolong areas just to make the game longer or seem longer.
Mhm.
I think I would enjoy the game if they had it solely as like a theoretical puzzle game that's like
If
you can just think about the world and how everything works.
what is it? If they made it more horror.
Yeah. But strictly like even where you had no combat, like kind of like what's one of the like Resident Evil 7 or something.
Mhm.
Well, actually, you can have
Amnesia
combat, yeah.
Rebirth.
And yeah, Amnesia, where you can't hurt things. Like I would rather it be that way than whatever they did, because the combat almost seemed like a tech demo. Like you ever played that game? I think it's called like Coma or something
Coma?
on Steam.
Is that like a bootleg Soma?
No, it's like I can't remember the name exactly, but the combat seemed like a demo, like it was unfinished, like it was the early stages of something. Because
Right.
like the enemies had aimbot, it took way too long to kill them. There weren't hardly any enemy types. It's just like
Yeah, I think the entire game there were 3 enemy types. No, 4.
yeah,
There were the 4-legged ones, the little chicken dudes that took 2 bullets to kill for some reason.
yeah,
the
that
same
was
amount as the
annoying.
big ones.
Charger.
Then there were the
dudes.
giant ones. Yeah,
the
that-
heads, the floating heads. That was there for like 5 minutes.
Floating
You shot
heads?
one. You remember that? The floating head. You shot one, and that's it.
I don't know if I remember that. Like the
It's
white
in one area.
things. Oh,
No, it's like the little those, but
The things that came out of the ceiling?
it
There
was
were
like
those.
imagine the regular enemy type, but just a head, and it would fly. I shot one and killed it.
What?
I don't remember that.
It was super brief. I shot one.
They just created an entire enemy just to get killed once.
Yeah.
It's just
I'm looking.
odd.
Ebb Software is the people who made Scorn, and there's max 10 employees at the company.
I mean, the artwork is amazing, like in the
So,
set pieces and
like
stuff.
who made The
but-
Witness?
The Witness? Let me see.
I'm curious to see how big that team was, because they didn't need combat. Like they
Yeah.
could have put that art in a sole puzzle game, and I think it would have had more impact.
Yeah, and I wouldn't have minded it being like Amnesia Rebirth, where you couldn't do anything. Like you had hide in some areas.
Yeah.
Like that would have made it more horror. If you could hide and stuff. Either that scenario, or I'd rather it have like a fully fledged combat system.
Yeah,
Kind of like a Dead Space situation.
it
about-
didn't know what it wanted to be.
It
Yeah.
says there's about 10 to 50 employees.
10 to 50. That's a
Pretty big
difference.
range.
So I don't know if that's. Oh, view all 16 employees. I see. It's on LinkedIn apparently.
Huh.
Thekla Inc.
Did the EB or was it EB?
Ebb Software.
Did they make anything else
Let me see.
other than Scorn, or is this their first project? Because if it is, I'm actually pretty impressed.
Ebb Software. Founded the sole purpose of creating a different breed of video games. Okay. Sure.
That their motto.
That's it. Scorn.
Oh, well, that's pretty impressive.
Yeah, I mean it was good looking.
Yeah.
I
It
mean,
obviously
if
spent a lot.
it
lot
said
of time
2
on
to
the
10
art.
people. So let's say 10 people made it. I mean, it took them 8 years for 10
Yeah.
people to make Scorn. I mean, give it a pass.
Yeah.
If it was like Ubisoft and it took them 8 years to make Scorn, then that would not be good.
I would say it's a very high quality game, but then you see the cracks, the puzzles, the combat. Then you realize, okay, this is not it's either not a finished game or they cut corners.
They should have focused on one thing.
Yeah.
Instead of trying to dabble in everything.
Yeah.
Then it probably would have worked better.
I mean, even some of the set pieces are crazy. Like that big creature thing.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
that's like crazy. It's so weird. You don't really see that in anything else.
That stuff seemed like a AAA title.
Yeah.
There.
Or when you're walking outside and you just see all these buildings and you see all these like weird things just sticking out of the ground. It just looks really cool.
It's impressive, yeah. But they got too distracted. They're like, oh, let's throw combat in it. And then the puzzles took a hit because there was just giant areas that you just had to run back and forth.
Pretty much.
It's also slightly misleading, too. A lot of people thought it would be a Doom-like game because they showed different types of guns in the trailer.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, I thought it was like that, too. I mean, I wasn't super upset that it wasn't, but some people went in expecting that that's all it was. And they were really mad because they spent $40 on it.
That's why we played it on Game Pass.
It's kind of weird because, like, I don't know. I'm kind of split on that because, like, $40, I think of the quality and, like, the animations and the way the game looks. I'm like, that's a high-quality game. Like, $40 isn't a lot. But then I realize it's 5 hours and it doesn't have too much substance. And I'm like, I don't know.
I'm trying to think
$40
of...
seems like a lot for that.
What was another game that we've done a podcast on that kind of felt the same way?
There was one recently, but we were fine with paying the price for it. I forget what it was.
Made a Scare?
No, it wasn't that one. It was a few months ago.
That's definitely not worth the price.
I forget what it was. Was it one of the games we bought on Steam?
Maybe.
I'm not sure.
I mean, we were
Story
talking
game?
about Sackboy.
Oh.
We were fine paying $60 for Sackboy.
That's 40, isn't it?
60.
Oh.
I think. Let me see.
Huh.
Yeah, I don't remember, but I mean, if the game is good enough and it doesn't have like 50 hours of gameplay,
Yeah,
I can
it's
excuse
60.
that.
It's 60. But if we can get it for $40-$30,
Yeah.
because we're all gonna play it together, it's gonna be one of those games where we just
Yeah.
kind of play together. So it'll be a little bit different.
But yeah, I'd say the gameplay worked pretty mixed on. It didn't know what it wanted to be. And it could have been so much better if they just focused on
Puzzles.
Yeah. Or if they
I would've
actually
loved it.
developed
yeah.
Either that or they developed a fully fledged combat system.
Mm-hmm.
Like an actual combat system.
Maybe faster paced, maybe
Yeah,
a little
more
bit.
enemies, higher stakes,
More ammo, more
no
health.
aimbot crap that they did with that was so annoying.
Yeah.
There was no strategy. You just had to take the hit and say, okay, I'm just gonna lose health here.
Wait, what if they filled the ammo and health things all the way?
I thought that would be nice.
They
I also
don't
thought it
fill-
would be nice if it grew like over time.
Oh yeah.
Well, no, the thing is, if they filled it all the way, then you wouldn't have any issues of health or ammo. Because
Yeah.
the thing is, they only give you a limited amount. Like, almost enough to where you need to do it perfectly or you're screwed.
I wonder if they did that at first and then limited it to make it harder.
There was
Sin-
one time where I went up this elevator and I went to this
I know exactly what you're
Yeah.
going to say.
elevator.
yeah, I went up an
He
elevator.
ran past them,
Oh, really?
Yeah.
apparently.
I ran past quite a few of them, but I refilled both of my guns like almost all the way. The big gun especially.
Mhm.
So I start walking out, and then I never reloaded. So there's this big creature there.
There was more than just
Oh,
one big
Yeah,
creature.
that
I
one.
know, and I was trying to kill him. So I'm backing up to reload, and another creature spawned behind me and killed me.
Yeah, you just go down the elevator and then go back up
Yeah,
and they
but-
walk away.
I didn't realize
Because
there
you
were
need
those
to open
enemies
the
there.
door, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I actually lost a lot of progress at that point.
Yeah, that was annoying. I
'Cause
had to run around.
When you die, it doesn't tell you at what point they reset you to. So you just kind of got to run back to the other things that you've unlocked already and see if it's already done.
Most likely you have to do the puzzles again, which is super
Yeah.
tedious.
Yeah.
But it was annoying because in that area I was before, there was no entrances or anything, and they just spawned an enemy behind me.
Yeah. What is it? I got to that point, and I was telling this to Caleb the other day. I got to that point, and I was low on health. didn't have any ammo left, and I was super happy that I got all there was a health and ammo station, and I've refilled on everything, and I had full health again. I'm like, yes, finally. And then I go down the elevator, and then I get bombarded by it. I'm like,
I think we're talking about two different things because there's a hallway, and as you walk down the hallway, one of these big guys had spawned,
yeah.
and another one spawns behind
There's
you.
an elevator, and it goes up, and then you go to the end, and there's ammo and a health station.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you go back down, and then the things spawn.
And I used most of the ammo on killing those guys when I went there the second time.
Yeah.
So it's weird because they give you ammo and then you use it immediately.
Yeah.
And then you don't have it for like the hordes of enemies attacking you later.
That's why I knew before the boss fight, I'm like, they're giving me ammo and health because they're gonna have me fight something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I didn't like how they reused the boss a couple times.
Yeah, twice.
Was it twice? Was
Yeah.
it 3 times?
Twice. The first
No,
time you don't have to.
the first one was 2 phases.
Then the second one was just one.
One phase,
Yeah.
yeah. Which was kind of easy, but
Yeah. Again, it's like another thing of cutting corners and just trying to make it prolong the gameplay,
exactly.
unfortunately.
And I wish you got the grenade launcher a little bit earlier,
Oh, yeah.
because the grenade launcher is pretty helpful.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't use it on any normal enemies though, just on the puzzles,
The only reason you had it was to shoot the stupid
pillars.
the pillar things down. Yeah,
Huh.
very strange.
Yeah. So gameplay was definitely a mixed bag.
If you are thinking about playing it, play it on Game Pass.
Yeah.
'Cause-
We got
Oh,
it for
yeah.
$1.
Unless you can find it for like maybe less than $10 for a Steam key.
It's kind of weird though, because like, I don't know. I feel like it's worth more because of like the visual aspects and how good
Mhm.
the game looks and run. Or well, yeah. Well, I did have some raindrops, but the problem is it's so short and we have so many issues with it. It's like it's kind of a shame if someone were to buy it for less than what it's priced at, but then I can't blame them because it has a lot of issues.
Yeah. Some things are just understandable when they get negative reviews.
Yeah.
Well, I
But
mean,
it's
it didn't
mixed
get
now, right?
negative. It didn't get
It
negative.
got
I don't-
mixed.
it-
But that means it's getting like an equal amount of mixed and positive.
yeah. The people are very, very mixed on it.
But I think what happened was the people that paid for the Kickstarter got it first. So they left reviews when they weren't happy with it. That's why it was mixed. And now that more people have started to buy it, it's not mixed anymore.
Mostly positive.
Mhm.
Yeah. So that's a step above mixed.
I mean, they should have maybe made it $20.
Yeah.
It probably would have been liked a lot better if they made it 20.
Probably.
But yeah, I feel bad for the people who paid for the Kickstarter like in
Yeah.
2014,
That's why I don't do those Kickstarter things because
Mhm.
they rarely
Yeah.
ever pan out.
Yeah.
pretty much.
One person says Scorn is a beautiful game, but don't let the community hype around this title and trick you into buying something you may not like.
I mean, that's what the
Like you have to
refund
understand
button
what it
for.
is.
Yeah.
The first 2 trailers on Steam show the combat immediately.
Mhm.
Yeah. So that's what I thought it was because you showed me a trailer. I think we watched it on the podcast,
I think so.
and they always were showing combat, rarely the puzzles.
This is just a montage of the guns shooting.
It's a montage of every single combat sequence in the entire game.
Huh.
That is
I
not.
wonder if they show the grenade launcher in there too.
I actually don't know.
What is there
I'm not
like
sure.
4 weapons?
There's 4 weapons, and the third one you don't even get to use really.
Yeah.
But you guys
It's-
want to get into
Misleading marketing.
You just
Yeah.
want to
a
get
little
into
bit.
the theories.
Yeah.
yeah. So what do you want to start with yours? Well, actually, we don't have theories. I had kind of a theory, but there's so many theories.
I mean,
Yeah.
to be warned, the theories are kind of odd, weird, dealing with like human anatomy, I guess.
Like life and death.
Yeah, it's just very, very strange stuff. But basically, I mean, this is kind of actually no, it wouldn't be. It wouldn't be spoilers because it's all up into interpretation.
It
yeah,
is.
it's not in the game. And in fact, there are official explanations in the art book for things.
Mm,
The art book is actually what tells you what the game is about.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, actually, okay. So this past this point is spoiler because so at the end of the game, well, the character that you play dies.
Mm-hmm.
It's overtaken by the character that you initially played as, because that character turns into a parasite.
we can talk about the actual story, like what happens. So
Yeah.
in the very beginning, you kind of just wake up and you're walking through this weird organic world. We probably should have started with this before.
Yeah.
But as you're progressing, this weird parasite looking, like weird lizard looking thing is following you, and it eventually latches onto you at some point. You get hurt, and then it latches onto you, and then you wake up as another character, and you kind of hatch out of this egg. It's very strange, and you finally make your way back into this another organic place, but you notice that it's like years in the future. It's the same place that you were before.
Wait, I didn't notice that.
You didn't?
No.
It's two different people.
Well, I knew it was two different people, but I didn't notice there was a time jump.
Oh,
Yeah.
there was. You look in the same exact room that
puzzle.
The very first puzzle, the giant one. It's all destroyed.
Oh, wow.
It's all it's dilapidated.
Huh.
And you finally get stopped by the parasite again. And it latches onto your body.
I don't remember the parasite getting the first guy.
No,
I thought he just fell and died.
you don't
Or, like-
see it, but I'm pretty sure the theory is that the parasite latched onto the guy before he died and kind of kept him alive.
Huh.
And
Oh, you see it in the distance before you close your eyes?
yeah, you
Okay.
see it in the distance. But like later on, you see another person attached to the parasite.
Mhm.
And a lot of people think that that person was the original person you were
Yeah.
playing as. But you slowly go through and this parasite's latching onto you. And then obviously you said before at the end, the parasite kind of takes over you.
Mhm.
And when you say parasite, it sounds like a leech or something, but no, it's this giant creature that wraps its arms around you the entire time.
Pretty sure it was a person
Yeah.
that was mutated because its face is basically a brain.
Yeah.
And every once in a while, it just starts clawing at your stomach and just like attacking you and killing you.
Pretty much.
This is like a side thing. I literally saw it in a comment on YouTube on one of the YouTube videos. I thought it was really interesting. Before we get into like the big theories, one person theorized that the parasite was split into two different consciousness. One was the original character that you play, and the other one was the parasite. Now, you'll notice when you're playing throughout the game, the parasite will rip out, parts of your stomach or whatever during the game. But then the rest, or the periods where it's not doing that, you'll look down and it'll be holding like your ammo, and it'll be holding like something else. It'll be helping you. So that person theorized that there was a part of the consciousness of the first character that you play that's helping you because it's trying to help you to get to the end and leave the place. But at the end, the parasite takes over, and that's when it could fully consume you or like mend with you. Because otherwise, why couldn't it do that before? Why couldn't
Yeah.
Uh,
it just do that? So one person said that the first character had partial control, which is why it would help you throughout the game, and then it would lose control at points where the parasite would take over, and then it would stop. But then at the end, it lost full control, and that's why the parasite like fully was able to mend with you.
The way that people noticed that it was the original character is because you got the gun as the original character or the jackhammer thing.
Mm-hmm.
And when the parasite attached to you, there was obviously a person on there, but you picked up the
that's
jackhammer
right.
gun
Yeah.
from the parasite.
Oh, I
So it
forgot
was
about that.
literally, I'm pretty sure it is that person.
Yeah. Wow. I forgot about that.
I saw people theorizing that it wasn't actually a parasite. It was a symbiotic organism that was like, it looked like it was killing you, and it probably was, but it was benefiting both of you somehow. Like it wasn't feeding off of you. It was like becoming one with you
Yeah.
in a way, and you were like kind of helping each other.
I mean,
That's
it
why I
was
think-
ripping you to shreds, though.
Yeah.
Well, that's why I think because it was partially the first character, I think that explanation is pretty good because it was helping you.
But it kind of saved your life at the end too.
Mm-hmm.
It keeps you alive. So
I
after
mean, it
all that
kept the
stuff,
first guy alive. He was still alive, technically,
yeah.
because his eyeball was always open. He was like looking around.
Yeah.
But at the very end, like you were probably gonna die from your injuries, and he ended up saving your life by just like turning you into this giant blob creature. So you two live together.
Yeah, but you become part of the organic material of the
world.
buildings.
Yeah. But it kept you alive. Like
Which
you
is
see
kind
the
of
guy's
odd.
eyes open in that like blob thing at the end.
I mean, there was a huge head in there at the very end. If you looked at the top left,
Yeah.
there's a huge head. I don't know whose head that was, but
I don't know.
Yeah, there were those
Um,
machines at the beginning where it looked like there were regular enemies sitting in them, or regular people, and then there were giant heads above them. I don't know what that was.
I think I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
They kind of looked like if you go to like a hair salon or something and they have those dryers
Oh yeah.
that are above. They look like that, but they were heads.
Huh.
Huge heads.
Very odd. But yeah, the theory that I heard and I like the best out of all of them was that you were on an alien planet and the aliens on there were basically taking over the human race. And I don't know how the humans even got there in the first place.
I didn't even think they were humans.
No, they were humans.
Huh.
But the aliens were so obsessed with learning more about humans and like reproduction and weird stuff like that they experimented on the humans to find a way to fuse like male and female to be one organism that can like just reproduce on their own or something like that.
That's weird.
It's really odd, but the theory is that they wanted to create that to kind of keep their alien race going.
Why would
guess.
the aliens need humans to keep their race going?
Well, you needed the alien blood to be pumped into those weird bodies.
So the art
like,
book
create-
does have official like lore. That creature, that giant thing, is actually the mother of everything. It gives birth to these creatures.
Well, there were those weird things on its back, if you guys noticed.
I didn't see it on its
Creature?
back.
The giant
The
creature.
thing you end up killing was actually what's creating all the aliens and all the organisms.
There were on its back, I don't know if you guys noticed it, but there were like these little holes all over it. And there were like these little worms that were kind of moving out of these holes.
Huh.
So it could be like those weird alien things.
So that's why I didn't think they were humans, because it was explained in the lore book as that thing is like
Well,
the
actually-
mother.
Well, the little
That's not
aliens
true.
that you kill, those aren't humans.
Well, that's not true because in the art book, there's a section that shows like a humanoid, and then it slowly evolves into like the creatures and how they look now, like
Huh.
their evolution and like
So
how
I found a whole post with the art book, and it shows like the descriptions. What was that?
I don't know. Maybe a car?
It shows like the descriptions of all the creatures and stuff. in
yeah,
the game.
yeah, I know which section you're
Yeah,
talking about.
and it was talking about like people are saying like that thing like gives birth to these things that evolve over time and like they're really weak creatures, but that don't really serve a higher purpose.
What is it? Apparently the aliens in this theory took the people and experimented on them, and that's what they used like human DNA to create these buildings. That's what that is.
Well,
So
everything's
basically
made of organic
it's
matter.
organic material. So like everything you see is like from experiments that the aliens did. And the aliens, what the little egg things, that's what you saw be like put into the giant exoskeleton thing.
Yeah, because I guess the official theme of the game is man's relationship to technology.
Yeah.
That's from the art book. So it's not really explained how. Like, I guess it's either a metaphor, I guess, for that, or maybe it is the humans getting taken over by aliens.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
One major theme and theory that I saw was actually most of it was taken from the art book, because there's a depiction of all the different creatures and stuff, and at the last final form is like this. You saw it in a mural, but like it's like this final weird alien form thing that's like ultimate consciousness.
They ascend, right?
Yeah, which I think that's what the portal at the end was. Which that, well, I don't. It's kind of weird, but apparently, well, one theory is that the main character and the character at the start of the game as well, they're all, you notice how you're able to use all the machines, like you know how to use all the machines and all that kind of stuff. That they're like drawn to leaving the portal because it's like a way of final birth, or like a birth past this place of like a higher consciousness. And that doctor actually takes inspiration from like another religion where men will go through like a mutilation process in order to like first like feel pain and get acceptance into like a higher consciousness or something weird like that. But you stop the process and you take your body and you're going to walk through the portal because you're still tied. Like the character is still emotionally tied to the physical. So he didn't go through the entire process. That's why it stopped the robot. And then evil overtakes you, which is the parasite, and keeps you in the world. Like he wasn't able to fully commit to that like higher consciousness goal.
Yeah, because do you even see those creatures in the game? Because I saw them in the art book.
No, you don't. Not
and
really.
they're like these ascended beings, and then there's the alternate ones, which are like the descended ones.
Well, there were
like,
the weird images of those.
You
Yeah.
see
On the
some
wall.
in depictions on the wall, some of the creatures, but they didn't use them all.
so that the creature in the egg at the beginning, were they taking the eggs and like collecting them there or something?
Are you talking about the human that came out of it?
Yeah.
That was probably an experiment that the aliens were trying to work on at some point, trying to change humans.
The game director said that he made a comment because, again, they want to keep this as open as possible, like in terms of interpretation. He said that rebirth is the most potent theme in the game. So like being reborn. So that's why people are thinking that the first character, well, actually, I got to pull up that comment because he explains it really well. I was reading it before. Remember that, Kill?
Yeah. Well, you said that the first character was reborn as the second character.
Something like that.
And since the parasite connected to you, it was like kind of bonded with you
Yeah.
because it was the same character, but it just reborn.
Something like that, yeah. So like rebirth is a huge theme in the game.
So the art book also says that it's not on an alien world.
It
on
It
Earth.
doesn't say it's on Earth, but it says it's not on an alien world. So I'm assuming that's saying Earth.
And that's why I was saying like the depictions of human bodies forming into like an evolved status, like they keep evolving, and that's why they're kind of distorted. So they're kind of human-like, but they've gotten to the point where they're not. They're like humanoid.
You said this not on an alien planet. So I mean, obviously the aliens probably came to Earth and enslaved humans there.
Probably.
That would make more sense because he could still breathe, but there was no trees. But maybe they made it in a way that he doesn't need to breathe.
But were they aliens though? That's the real thing.
I don't know. It's a theory.
Because there is the whole
game theory.
There's the whole theme that the game is about man's relationship and dependence on technology. And I think it could also be like technology got to the point where it turned organic and man and machine just kind of fused together at that point.
And they couldn't stop it from from mutating.
And then like who knows how many years in the future things just evolved to be whatever that is.
Because like when you start as the first character, it's relatively new, even though everything started to go extinct at that point. And then a lot of time passed when you reach the second character to the point of everything just going down the drain. Pretty much.
The game's director stated, in relation to the creation of the protagonist, the idea of being reborn is more potent than being born because you change drastically and you are aware of the changes. I wanted to explore losing control over your body, so that's why the parasite exists, because it's taking control of you in all your functions. So this is why some people think that the first and second character, although they're different entities, the second character was kind of reborn, and that's what it remembers what the last character did. And that's why you're able to use the machines and you're constantly being reborn and things like that.
Reborn from what?
What do you mean?
It's a constant struggle.
From?
Maybe he gets reborn as a third character, and then he has to restart again.
And that's why you see the hive mind at the end.
So like he gained a different body?
Yeah, almost like you're constantly being reborn in order to like leave this place. And the tragedy at the end of the game is that you become a part of the world.
Yeah. There's another theory I saw talks about classism. How you start on like what looked like the slums part of the world, and you slowly make your way to like the rich part, like the top class, and even then, like you tried to ascend whatever the that class does with their people, but they wouldn't let you ultimately because you were born weaker and in a lower class. Because people were saying like there's a noticeable difference between the entities down there and up at top. Like the ones down below bleed, but the ones up top don't actually bleed. So it's almost like in a biological world like that, they're actually made out of better flesh, and they actually are made out of like just better materials almost.
Well, yeah, because your dude, he's just open. Like you look down, you could see your lungs.
Yeah,
Like it's very odd.
but it's weird that they're humans though, because have you seen the skeletons? They don't look anything
Yeah.
like human skeletons.
Well, the faces, the skulls at least.
No, have you seen like the spine though? It's weird. There's like this triangle right behind the head, like right at the base of the neck, like an upside down triangle.
I mean, maybe it was just a mutation. I don't know.
Yeah, it could be.
I think that's the yeah. I think I agree with that. The whole like rebirth thing, because like if they are humans, which I guess they are, they're just being reborn and constantly evolving to like these weird looking creatures. But at the end of the game, that portal, it represents birth, without like being weird. It represents like birth by the visual, the way it looks. And that's like some people's ideas of like, that's the higher consciousness of leaving that place. So like, I think it's also a symbolism of like birth of, I don't know.
Maybe,
I guess the parasite.
maybe their brain is developed enough to where they want to get out.
Yeah. And I don't know what's past that point in the game's
Well, nobody
world.
knows.
Yeah. But some people even went as far as like the parasite is like, what was it? Like, when you have like a twin in the womb.
Oh, yeah.
And like, it'll sometimes overtake the other one, or they'll mend together and have, those people that have like two bodies in one type of thing. I don't know. Some people are thinking like it's like
Conjoined twins.
Yeah. A symbolism of like the process of birth. I don't know. Like at the end, it became like a stillborn almost, because it wasn't able to fully ascend to the point of final birth.
There's so many open things to this game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Well, I think this is the best part of the game.
It is.
Are
Yeah.
the theories. Because with theories, you can spend hours and hours and hours researching it, and you find something new every single time.
Yeah.
And then you're like, oh, that's cool. That's a possibility. And you see something else. And then the game becomes better in your
It
head
does. Yeah.
after you play it.
Yeah.
That's definitely my favorite aspect of it. I don't think it's anything like as deep or thought provoking as Soma or anything like that.
No.
Mm-mm.
But
Soma's horrifying.
it's definitely interesting to think about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm not sure what are they gonna do next.
I hope they work on another game and not Scorn 2.
Puzzle centric.
Yeah.
They should leave Scorn. It should be left to
It should
to
be it should
interpretation.
be its own thing, just one singular game. They experimented with it.
Mhm.
And then I'd be down for them to just make a puzzle game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would love that.
Yeah.
With those really good animations.
And
Yeah.
the big set pieces.
Mm-hmm.
I ever since I played The Witness, I've been looking for a puzzle game that's as good as it. Call of the Sea kind of scratched that itch, but I haven't seen anything.
It's a Cthulhu type game, right?
yeah,
Lovecraftian.
Mm-hmm.
What about that one game you played with like the robot? Talos Principle?
Oh, Talos Principle. That's a Portal. That's like a Portal type game.
Oh.
And that did scratch that Portal puzzle itch. But I've been looking for a game like The Witness for a while, and I hope that Ebb Software makes something like that.
The Looker.
No, not The Looker.
Looker.
There was that other game that was like, I forgot what that one was called. It was like Cladominus or something weird like that. And it had the same art style, but it got mixed because it was only like 5 hours.
Huh.
Kind of like Scorn. But
Yeah. Interesting game.
Yeah.
Better on the theoretical side than the
gameplay
side, but
I'm glad it was shorter. Like
Yeah.
if I was
Yeah.
10 hours of that, it would be annoying.
Mm-hmm.
it was a very impressive game though.
Yes.
It was gorgeous while also being
Disgusting.
disgusting. Huge set pieces, really impressive, but
Mhm.
it
I mean,
just
it's not as gory as people make it out to be.
No, there's only like 3 or 4 parts of the game that
the
are
weird thing is
really
like the
odd.
whole thing is technically gore, but that's why it's like there's no contrast. So when you see gore, it's like it's a
It's
part of
just
the
part of
world.
it, yeah.
Mhm.
You've been looking at it for the past 3 hours.
And even
Yeah.
then, your character is fine after getting like his stomach ripped open and
Oh,
stuff.
you're like at the very end. You're like holding your intestines.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Like
he's just,
walking around and, like,
yeah. That's
what?
why I think, it's probably an evolved human or something.
Probably.
Where like they're stronger or like, I don't know.
Which is kind of funny because if they're evolved, wouldn't they grow like harder skin or something instead
Yeah.
of like
Open.
shedding their
yeah.
skin?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Very odd.
Whatever that big creature was, I kind of felt bad for killing it.
Yeah, same.
Mhm.
Like I don't know why we were ripping it open.
Yeah, I don't know.
It was
Uh,
weird.
I don't know. Anything else, I guess? I mean,
Kinda
Kinda went over all the theories.
covered everything. Yeah.
there's going to be more theories. I mean, if you don't get it on Game Pass and you don't feel like playing it, it's definitely worth watching a playthrough.
Mhm.
And definitely the
Mhm.
theories. That's the best part.
Yeah. Watch somebody else get annoyed.
Yeah.
Don't put yourself into that.
Yeah, they'll cut out all the running around sections.
Yeah. I actually considered not playing it.
I
one
was
point.
heavily considering it, especially when I had to repeat the boss fight 3 times. Even though I was close to the end, I was like, if I have to do this again, I'm gonna quit.
I mean, even after I
Yeah.
played it, technically, I didn't even have to beat it to get like, what was that, Ben?
He had the pop
Oh.
filter.
But like, even after beating it, I was like, I didn't even have to play this to extract like my favorite part of it, which was watching theories about it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, although the game was extremely optimized though.
Yeah.
Other than the frame drops when you went into a new area.
it was very
Um,
minimal for me.
Hmm.
What?
Frame drops.
Yeah, very minimal, but it did have
Yeah.
frame drops, but the game ran amazingly well.
I'm pretty excited to see what they do next. If they
Mhm.
learn from some of their mistakes, I think
Mm.
they can put out some really good games.
Well, if they
Yeah.
get some decent money from Scorn, which I mean, there's a lot of people that did buy it.
Mhm.
If they do get some decent money, they can hire some more employees and get bigger titles out faster.
Yeah, especially if they have this like weird distorted view on games.
Mm-hmm.
I like that. It's different.
It's pretty sick.
All right. Anything else?
I
I think that's about it.
Well, next week we got The Quarry, which
Yep. That's gonna be more
Straight gameplay.
straightforward.
thankfully, I want something handed to me.
Yeah.
Pretty
I
much.
don't want to run around for 30 minutes. All right. Well, that's going to do it for this episode. Thanks for watching, and we will see you in the next one.